How much money do you make if you are in an NFL training camp and in NFL preseason games? And spoiler, it's less than you think. So now that it's July, we're just 1 month away from training camp and the super exciting preseason games. And I've always wondered, how much money do they actually make for being there? I had always thought that if you're in the training camp and you're in preseason games where the NFL shows it on national television and charges full price for the tickets, they'd at least give the players a decent amount of money, and I was hoping it would be at least $20,000 or $30,000 if you're in the whole program. However, unfortunately, that is not the case. As you can see here in the collective bargaining agreement, for a first-year player, they get a per diem of $1,850 per week of being in training camp / preseason. Now, to be fair, this does include free food and free housing, so it's not just $1,850 a week. But since this whole time period is only 5 weeks, that means that their total is less than $10,000. And you may think, hey, I could really use $10,000 right now. However, these players have to train the entire summer, really all year round, in order to even get onto the training camp. So it's not $10,000 for making it 5 weeks, it's actually $10,000 for a year's worth of work. And that's even before taxes. Now, it is a little bit better if you're considered a veteran. So if you've done this before, this isn't your first year, you're considered a veteran, you get $3,200 per week, and this equals out to about $16,000 if you make it the whole way through. And the time frame is about from July 25th to about August 29th. And now that I've gone through that quick overview, I'll go into a bit more details. So there are several questions I had. So first off, what if they get hurt? And if you get hurt in an NFL practice, then of course, kind of makes sense. The NFL will pay for the surgery to help you get better. And after a lot of research, it was not easy to find a definitive answer, but I believe if you get injured, like for example, if you tear your ACL in a training camp, you will get paid as a league minimum player throughout the year until you have recovered. But the NFL also commonly comes to injury settlement agreements in which they give the injured player a certain amount of money just to be able to cut ties with the player and kind of forget about him really after, of course, taking care of their surgery and then, giving them some money. And the big benefit to this is once the player gets healthy, they can then sign with another team. So far, it sounds like they've been treated pretty badly. Well, it does get a lot better if you make the team or even the practice squad. So if you make the team, the minimum salary you can make for a year being on an active NFL roster in 2023 is $750,000. So, you talk about sports, you're like, hey, $750,000, that's nothing. That's not even $1 million. There's a bunch of NBA players and quarterbacks making $50 million. They're making less than $1 million. But if you think of it in terms of actual money, $750,000 is an insane amount of money. Most people in the world will never come anywhere near that amount. So, 1 year, $750K, even after taxes and paying your agent, you're doing just fine. Especially since if you make it to the second or third or fourth year, even if you're still on the minimum contract, you then quickly get up to $1 million per year. And of course, there's the opportunity to do really good and get a multi-year contract that will let you just retire. So of course, not everyone's an athlete like I am. Some people will be stuck on the practice squad for part of the year, but it does still pay very well. So there are 53 players on the active roster and there are 16 players on the practice squad. If you're on the practice squad as a first-year player, you'd make $11,500 per week or $207,000 if you're there the entire year. And if you've played for multiple years, then you would get $15,400 per week or almost $300,000 per year. So even being on the practice squad really puts you in a top 5% income in the United States. So thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and stick around for more content. Bye.